Sassy. When there's a server to play. I'll release content on Bango when it's out. Oops. It's 9 hours on this one, 55 on the other one. Long way to go. Chasby. I bet your pet spider would get one before us. Can I see your hours? Oh, it says 6 days ago, so it hasn't updated yours, the hours yet. Best friends! He would need 8 switches. That's true. do 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 do. Is it black? No, it's the color you see on my screen. It's like a yellow instead of orange. But the Charizard, so the final evolution, is black, and it looks sick. We have to get the Charmander first. Yeah. Do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do, do. Yeah. Actually, all three Gen 1s have good shinies. Charizard is objectively the coolest, but Venusaur and Blastoise are pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of bad shinies, right? In a world of, like, slightly different color or ugly color, those ones are cool shinies. Am I looking forward to it? It'd be nice to, like, beat them. Obviously, our Liverpool's form this season has been all over the place. But we should have been, like, 3-0 up in the first 5 minutes of that game, so... You see there's enough attacking threat there that we probably should have scored in that game. I guess we had a goal ruled out that probably shouldn't have been, but otherwise, like, there was enough there that we probably should have scored. So I'm not, like, worried about it or anything. I watched that game and I wasn't like, oh, this will be really difficult to go through. There's every chance we don't go through because shit's crazy. But on balance, I'm quite comfortable. Just because you're not catching the streams, Anglo. So, yeah. But yeah. When is that? Next week? What? Or you can't set me up that way? What the hell? Now I look like a dick.
Yeah, been offline for a while.
On the AI
Watched my
voice.
best friend frown.
Bro, I'd be out here being like, yo, you just not catch my streams. What's up with that? And you're like, my best friend died. That's horrific. I am so sorry. That sucks. But now I feel like a dick. But hopefully this stream will provide you some distraction from what is otherwise a horrible time. And thank you for the free sub, which you didn't need to do, but thank you. I mean, your streak is insane. That is absolutely outrageous. 140 with the shiny Rayquaza. Crazy. God damn, man. That's shit. No, I just wasn't expecting that when you were like, you still stream, as if like I wasn't streaming. Which is true, I don't stream as much as I used to because I'm not full-time streaming anymore. So definitely you would normally miss streams because I'm not always full-time, you know, I'm not full-time streaming. So I stream when I can and when I mostly feel like I really want to. But yeah, but that sucks. Anyway, we'll see if we can give you some distraction. Maybe Charmander will shine and it'll be a sign. It's next week, March 18th. Are you a Galatasaray fan, Safrak? Before I say anything. Come on, be shiny. No, I haven't played. I haven't played. It's one of many things that I just find myself with no time to play. Like the way I want to play it is to just casually collect things and build a cool house. I'd love to do that, but I'm like, just the time, and then like I want to play TBC as well, and I'm like, the time. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, Safak, I was like, you know, going into the game, I thought, let's just see what we can get from the game. Considering the roughness of the season we're having, I thought the game was fine, you know, for an away performance. Like I said, I don't see anything wrong with the goal we scored, so... But, you know... They'll do anything to rule out goals these days. Not that it was a good goal, even if I had counted. It was like a fucking weird amalgamation of things. But I didn't go away from that game thinking, oh, this is going to be really hard. You know. Which it shouldn't, because we have the resources of being a top Premier League team, you know. If we're at the point where we do struggle all these, you know, then more questions need to be asked. But I don't know. I think at Anfield it would be fine. I'm not really that concerned about it. I think it only goes the way for Galatasaray if they get a mistake early and score early. And then I think... Because we seem fine up until we have any kind of, like, hardship. And then it's like, oh, we're shit. You know what I mean? And our defense is rocky, so you could take advantage of that. Our defense is difficult, actually, because sometimes they play really well. And other times you're like, what the hell are you doing? But we have enough offense to seal the game at home, I think. I'm not too concerned over that. That wouldn't mean I'm not nervous, though. Just because, you know, all over the place at the moment. But again, despite our poor form, I thought that we could have very easily won that game. Just blew way too many chances. Salah is doing my absolute nutting. The sooner he goes in the summer, the better. But... well, yeah, you gotta support your team, Safrax, of course, you know. a 1-1 or something. You go through, wouldn't you? Did I quit Coven? Oh yeah, I haven't played Coven for a while. Yeah, when a couple weeks ago, but I don't remember when I came to the realization that I couldn't really play. Oh, Gapco's been all fucking. Thing is, like, a lot of people like Doom and Gloom. A lot of people slot out. I'm not slot out. Despite what terminally online people are like. I think what was clear at the beginning of the season is that we were struggling to blood new players into the system. We were shipping goals. We had loads of injuries to contend with alongside that problem. But we've tightened it up a little bit. Still, the defense clearly needs a refresh, but it hasn't helped that Leone's injured. We signed that new lad. He looks good. Not too worried about that. And I think recently, our best players, bar Sabasly, have been our best players. So, Ekatike, Verts, Frimpong, I mean, to be fair with Isak, like, he scores that great goal and then Tottenham injure him. I feel bad for him. Things could be different. I mean, we should have signed Gahey, and that's not really the problem with the manager. Like, that should have been a signing we made. Clearly, we wanted the signing, and we couldn't make the signing. I mean, look, Oliver Glasner is a absolute dickhead, but we still should have been able to get that over the line. And I think that was the plan for the season. And you think how things could have been different. So there's a lot of things that I think, the manager has made mistakes. And I also think Salah, by the way, I mean, I've actually been, especially the last couple years, last two, even though he had a good season last season, you still look at it as like, okay, he played shit in a lot of those games. But yes, he came up with the goods enough times and it was fine. So I think I've seen enough that the team will be fine, and I'm not the manager out, like these terminally online Twitter fans. But yeah, I mean, there's things that happen in games. I'm like, I just can't. How can I blame the manager? When you have seasoned defenders like Konate and Van Dijk doing the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. Kirkes, by the way, another player that got criticized at the beginning of the season, playing really well. So like I said, outside of like Sabasly, which of the like veteran players is playing that well? McAllister's been quite shit. Salah is a whole nother. Gapco, as you said, which is a shame because I actually preferred Diaz, but I guess we probably got a good deal for Diaz if we weren't going to give him a mega contract. Who else is... I mean... Joe Gomez had a shocking game. But to be fair, he has been mostly good when he comes on. But I don't really count him because he'll get injured anyway. Trying to think. Even Allison's been a little rockier than usual. He's usually do a few mistakes, but it feels like it's more than normal. Yeah. And we've been really unlucky in the right back position. Gravenberg's probably the second best after Sabasly. I think that's a fair point. Yeah, I think it's a fair point. Well, I think Safrak, I think Arne Slot is a good manager. He won the Premier League in his first season. I think he's been hit with a bizarre set of circumstances. We signed a load of players, which is super difficult to blood in a load of new players. And then when you're hit with a ton of injuries, obviously, how much you weigh Diogo Jota's death, because we were supposed to have Jota this season as well, which we haven't because of reasons that we all know. So there's been a lot of things that I'm like, I don't think that's in his control. I do think he should give Rio a little bit more of a run out, but people that are like, oh, play Rio every game, forget that the lad is like, what, is he 17? How many of us are familiar with like wonder kids that come through and then they get massively played through and they get injured and this. How many Wonder Kids have basically had a nothing career because they've gotten injured because they've been overplayed when their hype was at this peak, you know? Yes, I do, Fish. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the things that have happened this season, I don't really put down to Slot. I don't think he's been perfect, but then you're not going to get a perfect manager. I mean, people like Jurgen Klopp is a hero. Like, will always be a legend, but he had bad seasons. He had, we had a really shit season when we had a similar amount of injuries. Considering he won the league with that team initially, which showed he had his head screwed on. Klopp didn't win the league with that team. Jurgen deserves so many more honors if it wasn't for City. I mean, the amount of times we lost the league because of a bullshit decision, like Everton not getting a penalty because of an obvious handball, and Arsenal playing, fucking Odegaard playing basketball. This is really hard to say these words in an American accent. In our box, and then fucking McAllister getting karate kicked. Like, there's so yeah, he should have gone more. Anyway, but going back to Slot, yeah, it's like I was saying to Safrak. I think Slot is a good manager. I think that you can see now the new players starting to play really well. And why we signed them. Like Kirkes, everyone was slating Kirkes at the beginning of the season. But I understood it, right? Robbo, legend, but not getting any younger. His legs have clearly gone, by the way, even when he comes on after more rest than normal, because he's not the first choice. He still plays well because he's still a class player, but you can see why we need to replace that position. Kirkes, I think, has been great. In fact, I felt really sorry for him. If you watch the Galatasaray game, there were so many runs that Kirkes made, and not one... Our decision-making in the final third when it comes to passes, either the pass is shit, and Salah is super guilty of this, by the way, or it's just the wrong one. And I'm like, how... These players are paid how much money, and worse, how much, and they can't do a simple... You know what I mean? Like, I love Nunez. I love Nunez because of his work rate, and the fact that he was such an agent of chaos. But, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. In fact, I almost wonder whether there could be like a video essay that looks back at Salah last season, because of what I said earlier, where I think that like Salah, I think, played quite poorly a lot of the games last season, but because he got the occasional goal, and every now and then he was due a good assist, he kind of got away with a lot. But how much of that was Nunez pulling players away from him and making runs and things, and they had to track his run because he had so much energy? Just saying. Might be worth looking into. But anyway, yeah, no, Mo needs to go this summer. I mean, obviously, I'll always love Mo, but it really, really, really soured my opinion when we had that, the club is against me, somebody wants me out. You've been shit, mate, so you've been dropped. Like, it's not rocket science. Like, you've been shit. He deserved to be dropped. He should have been dropped sooner. Because we're playing with... That's the other thing. Like, because of his stature, it's hard to, like, get him dropped, I think, for managers. This was true of Klopp, too. It wasn't just Slot. It's... Jurgen, as well, struggled, I think, to drop Salah when he was performing poorly. Because he could always come up with something. And it's always a story if you drop Mo Salah. Always a story. So I think they find it hard to... But I just think, yeah, your team is having to work harder because Salah's not doing the running and, anyway. Which is fine if he is scoring. But which he had Nunez to do the running for him, or Diaz to do the running for him. Yeah. I don't know. I just think that we see where we are at the end of the season. Because I think we've recovered massively from when we were on that big losing streak. If we couldn't win a game. And I feel, to be honest with you, like, I look at that Wolves game as well. We beat them in the cup, but then the game before, in the league, we didn't. If you look at that game, we should have put that game to bed so many times. And this has been a problem. And I'm just like, when you look at some of the decisions the players are making, you're just like, I just don't blame the manager. there's some things that, you know, I'm like, okay, substitutions or sometimes it is formation, but yeah. So that's where I'm at anyway. Maybe I'll feel differently, trophyless. If we finish outside of the Champions League places, maybe I will feel differently at the end of the season. And that could still happen. But equivalently, we could still come away with a Champions League position. Because let's be honest, United are way higher than they deserve to be. They're shit. Chelsea are erratic. You never know what Chelsea are going to do because they're more erratic than we are. They have good players, but their manager is kind of weird. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that the season finishes City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, with like Villa in 5th. I guess would be the most ideal outcome for me. You know, and to be honest with you, if you look at like people are like, oh, the Champions League, and obviously we had like we already talked about Galatasaray, but I think we should get past. I know that like just because you should beat someone doesn't mean you will. This, you know, it's why we all watch, because if everything was guaranteed. But I think that like we definitely should do okay in the Champions League. I think if we get past this phase and don't wobble and keep our heads, we'll beat Galatasaray. Because all due respect to Galatasaray, who have done really well, we should be beating Galatasaray. Even in a bad season, we should, you know, which is only right because we've got like the wealth and power of the Premier League, and we can buy, you know. And Galatasaray, obviously, they play in a Turkish league, so they don't have that kind of, you know, which is why their stadium is so important. Their fans are so important when you go play them at home, which is fair enough. But again, we still could have easily won that game. Like, I don't look at that game and think, ooh, they didn't win that game because of the intimidation of the fans at their home ground, which is clearly a factor if you look at the, you know, the wins they get at home. But I don't feel like our players were like that. I just think they were just their usual inconsistent selves. And I was like, how have we not scored about 10 goals here? You know, especially in the first 5 minutes. But yeah, anyway. I agree, Safak. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the thing about Mo Salah is Mo Salah only ever speaks to the press when it benefits him, or contract, or his career. His ego is off the planet, which is fine. And you do get certain leeway for past accomplishments. But like, you cannot be having the shit season you're having and then come out to the press and say, oh, somebody wants me out of the club. No, you just got dropped because you're playing shit. And he should have been dropped sooner. And I would still drop him now. You know, I don't care that, like, the backup isn't great in that position. No, I agree, Anglo, exactly. Like, we're just losing games late on and you know. So there's a lot of results we've had this season that I think could have very easily gone the other way, is what I'm trying to say, you know. And people have a totally different narrative then. But because they're kind of going one way, we have had, I don't like to say it, but we have had a fair share of bad luck as well, so, you know. Do you think City can overturn Real Madrid? I hope so, because I hate Madrid more than I hate City. Yeah. So I hope so. But yeah. Osman, yeah, he's a great player. For sure, yeah. I mean, I have nothing, obviously, like, negative to say about Galatasaray. You know, they put their performance. I mean, obviously they had the shaky start, which another team that's feeling themselves, let's say, I think would punish. We should have punished. But, you know, ultimately they were good value. Because what I was saying is, like, although I could see us obviously very easily of winning that game against Galatasaray, on the equivalent side, Galatasaray could have scored more as well. You know, both teams were like wasteful and shaky at the back. It just kind of went Galatasaray's way a little bit, but ultimately I think that, like, you know, I think we'll get the job done, but, you know, it's interesting. Anyway, yeah. Do you have shiny? No, we're like into the thousands, but like maybe 1,000, 2,000 range between those numbers. I don't really know. I don't have like I don't like. It's not like content I do. Like if I was a Pokemon streamer, I would have like the whole shebang with the setup with the shiny reset counter and all sorts of like crazy little tech going on. I don't have any of that. You know, I just threw my Switch on and wanted this. So. I mean, I can tell you the amount of time because that's visible. Yeah, so it's 9 hours. It's probably closer to 10 now, actually. But yeah, so we're still. That's the only reason I can work out roughly probably the range that we're at with encounters for this shiny. Yeah, exactly, Fish. Yeah. Anyway, we got what are we Spurs this weekend, right? I mean, we need to. Are we at home as well? Yeah, we need to. Oh, we need to batter Spurs. Spurs are so bad. They should get relegated. They are horrific. Spurs are so bad. If we drop points to Spurs, I really will be dejected because they are so bad. Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that. Do 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 do. Let's see what happens. Is it going to be shiny? We'll have another evening of depression. Have you never played a Pokemon game ever, Anglo? How is that possible? Yeah, what's your like baseline knowledge on Pokemon? For me to answer that question. Okay, so this is the very, very start of the game. It's a remake of the original game, Red, Blue, and I guess Green, kind of. But Red and Blue, it's a remake of those games. So it was made a couple years later with like better technology. Pikachu is not a starter. It is in Pokemon Yellow, but there's been no remake of Yellow except for kind of Let's Go, but that wasn't really a remake of Yellow. Yeah, it wasn't really. Anyway, so there was a remake of that game, which you could have started with a Pikachu, or you do start with a Pikachu. So you start with 3 starters. Well, you pick your starter. So there's Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander, which have 3 stages of evolution. Their initial stage, the mid stage, and then the final stage. In Pokemon, you can get what's called a shiny Pokemon. And if you have enough autism, you can farm shiny Pokemon. And in these early generation of games, which this is counted of, although it's been ported to the Nintendo Switch, so you don't have to play it on Game Boy, which I have over there actually. You can get shiny Pokemon if you so choose to, but the odds on these games are much high. Well, they're double what the later generation of games have, although even later generations have like ways to make the shiny rate much lower. Anyway, so the odds of getting a shiny are 1 in 8,192. So not very high. So it can take thousands and thousands and thousands of attempts of resetting the game. Each time you reset the game, you roll a new Pokemon. So it's easy to tell because you can see, like, you can check the nature. So it's quiet. I mean, I could technically get another quiet Charmander, but I probably won't. But yeah, each new one is rolled again. So the brand new Pokemon. Anyway. So you can see at the bottom of the screen a little bit what shiny Charmander looks like. It's just yellow instead of this orange color you can see here. Which is cool. But the main reason you want it is because Charizard, which is a famous Pokemon you've probably seen before, because it's probably the second most famous Pokemon after Pikachu. Uno momento, my guy. Right. So, the mega zoom in here. So this is Charizard. This is what most Charizards will always look like. Unless you get a shiny and it looks like this. Which is way cooler. So that's what we're dealing with. If we get a shiny Charmander, we have a shiny Charizard when it evolves. And it looks way cooler than base Charizard. Every Pokemon has a shiny variant. Almost all Pokemon are available to be farmed in different ways as shiny. Lots of different methods, like I said. This one is just, you know, at the beginning of the game. It's not the fastest shiny hunt in the game, but it's not the slowest, you know. Like, if you're out playing in the world, like you're just fighting random Pokemon in the wild grass, it could be shiny. It almost never is, because the odds are so difficult to get, but there you go. So yeah. That's what I'm doing. Unfortunately, this is a little slow because you have to go through a few animations. You have to collect the Pokemon. Your rival has... You have to tell the game you don't want to nickname the Pokemon because that kills a few extra frames of time. Then your rival has to collect the Pokemon, which is always the counter to your Pokemon. So Squirtle, in this case. I could also look for a shiny Squirtle. Or a shiny Bulbasaur. That's the other starter. But I'm doing Charmander. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, the most recent game is ZA, which is Pokemon in a City. So that's probably what you're thinking of. You're probably thinking of this, which I haven't even played the DLC of. I bought it ages ago. Oh, you mean like literally out in the streets? Like not the game is in the streets. You mean actually like IRL? That is a shiny Mega Gengar, by the way. Very cool. Anyway, yeah, Pokemon Go was a big thing for a while. It's kind of mostly died out, but it still has people playing it. Charlie plays it still. But I went crazy on the game for like the first 6 months. It was the most fun. But then it just got stale because there really wasn't content attached to it. Yeah, well, I've opened only 6 packs of Ascended Heroes, but I was so desperate to get that shit. It did not happen. But yeah, I have to. I mean, I'm hoping to find some more rare packs in the wild because I just can't get. I have to basically go to a local town that I can't be bothered to go all the time to get like a chance at some rare cards. Because where I live, the moment it would be really rare. Although I did catch the restock at Sainsbury's, which is kind of goated. But sadly, I only had the the tin I bought only had Obsidian Flames and Stellar Crown. So my friend and I have started this tradition as a wedding present to my friend. He got married in February. I gave him about 60 Pokemon cards that I collected throughout the year in a box. And as a wedding present, I let him open them on New Year's. Originally, I was saving for a stag do. I was going to do it as like part of a stag do thing. But then he's like, one of his friends was like not into Pokemon anymore. And I was like, oh, well, okay. So I just let him open them on New Year's. Anyway, he enjoyed that, I think. Well, he definitely did. And so now we're doing a new tradition we've started, which is where we put some cards in a box and forget about them and keep putting cards in this box, forgetting about them. And then we'll open them on New Year's. Although he's got better packs than me. I don't think I have any rare packs. I have to have a look. I don't, well... I'm fairly certain I don't have any cool things. Or Charles definitely does have cool Pokemon cards. Or packs. Well, both. But he has cool Pokemon card packs. So yeah, here's a stack. I mean... Oh, I've got one Destined Rival. That's probably the best pack I have. Paldea Evolved's good if you get the Magic Carp. Twilight Masquerade's okay. This another pack. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing goated in here, really. Yeah. Nothing. Just sad. Just haven't been able to find anything cool. It's just all sold out everywhere. And the only chance I have is to go to this other town, which has a shop that sometimes has better packs. Anyway, you can kind of see it there. So that's, I mean, to be fair, it's only March, so there's time to get more. We are a long way from New Year 2027. So hopefully I can get some new stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Look, for me, it's about the fun. I mean, ultimately, yes, a lot of packs will gain value in 10 years. But then, like, I think about it, I'm like, I'm not collecting them because I want them to, like, do insane numbers as sealed products, you know? You've seen some packs on Amazon where you need an invite to be able to buy them. What the fuck? I don't know. I only buy from local stores. I don't even buy online. Anyway, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can get. I mean, I can check the Facebook of this place I buy them from and see if they've listed anything new. Doesn't look like they've posted anything since. But it's good. They do put limits on what people can buy, so you have a decent chance to get something. Because a lot of shops have the problem where they have no limits and people just have like whole shopping carts worth of like Pokemon. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I like. I don't know. Yeah, you could keep some sealed products and maybe it does increase in value, but ultimately, if you were gonna do that, it's just better to actually make real investments, because the gains would be a lot better than holding sealed products. And I do have some investment, but yeah, this is just for fun. And to be honest, it's that mindset that is the problem. I don't mind when people collect things and it's not like, oh, look how much this is now worth. It's like, I just have a sealed thing. Yo, look at my sealed booster box from Evolving Skies that I just like to look at in my collection, where people have like those ETB collections behind them and stuff. That's fine. It's collecting stuff just to like hope it goes up in value and resell it in 10 years is not super fun. And also not super profitable, realistically. Although the dream is like, you know, you buy a house and like check the attic and there's like a sealed base set booster box or some shit, you know. That's the dream. I recommended some video today of this girl shiny hunting Deoxys. I don't know. Anyway, but she had like the hoodie that I want, but I couldn't find it on the store, so I don't know if she got it exclusively. Is that through like a distribution company or something then? Like Amazon? Oh. Yeah. Oh, I found the video. Hang on.
And I would find times you just get that's
this person. Bro, what the fuck? I want that. I found it. I found the hoodie as like a crop top. Economy, if you're not gonna say anything else, I'll be like, get timed out, bitch. You see what I mean? Like, that is a cool ass hoodie, man. It's got the I didn't even know it was out, but when I looked on the website, they have like a crop top and a t-shirt, but I want the hoodie. But I couldn't find it. So I was pissed off. Yeah, I need to look at the Poké Center. I'll ask Charles. He's been very quiet, but he knows how to do it. No, he just asked to be facetious, Fish. I answered him earlier. Am I checking Pokemon Center? No, it's like, how do you like get registered with the Pokemon Center so you're not a bot and they let you buy things? I don't even know when product is dropping, so when I should be looking at Pokemon Center. Didn't you ask me on the last stream, though? I swear you asked me on the last stream. Oh, sorry. You said something slightly different. You said Cal Online today, yes or okay, on the last stream. My bad. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, even with Bango, although Bango like is gonna be hype, I've come to the realization I can't play MMOs to that level. Any MMO that requires me to put that kind of effort, like I can still play WoW because I can play it casually. I don't see a point in playing Call Online casually, so I just won't be playing Bango on my own character. At least I'll probably log on maybe some other people's to PvP, but I won't actually play my own character. But yeah, well, I mean, and just again to caveat that, I wouldn't play anything now that's not Bango. So, I think she's wearing a crop shirt. No, she's not though. That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's a hoodie. She's got a hoodie on. And the crop shirt was like, hang on. Yeah, okay, so look. This is the crop shirt, right? Notice how it's definitely not a hoodie, right? And this one.
Play Pokemon on this. Is it birth?
That is a hoodie. You see the strings and you can see kind of go back just about. I don't know if you can see that clearly. That's a great pause, by the way. That's a 10 out of 10 pause. Anyway, you can see that she's got like the strings for the hood. I mean, ironically, this hoodie doesn't. But that's definitely not the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Looks like a different color too, but that's not really as important. But anyway, this is a hoodie. That's a crop top. Yes, I saw that they had the crop top because I went straight to the Pokemon Center to see. And they also have the t-shirt. The t-shirt is pretty cool, but it's already sold out anyway. Like... But there's definitely no hoodie on here. So... Is it sold? Did they not? I thought they showed sold out products. That's what I was saying. I don't know if she got it as like a content creator. I say that as if I wasn't a content creator once upon a time. That's another great pause. But yeah. Hoodie is sick. I want some... dude, I want some... Let me show you this shit, bro. I want some Liverpool merch, right? How they can justify this price, I'm going to show you this shit. It's crazy. Oh, you see it as sold out. Oh, I don't see it. What the fuck? Is it because you're logged in? Right, so this is some like retro stuff that they're selling. Oh, look, you can buy the kit for cheaper. This is cool as fuck. 90 quid. Right? And then the blackout one, cool as fuck. 130, bro? What? I mean, it comes in a cool box, I guess. But, like, it's class, though. I like it a lot. It's fucking cool. But 130, bro. I also kind of like the crew neck one, which is pretty cool too. To be fair, I don't really understand how this one's cheaper than the... But whatever. I know exactly, Safrak. That's outrageous. That's an amazing shirt, Angela. I've got... I mean, dude. I used to have the cream-colored one. I have my dad's old... I think it's 95, 96, but it could also be 94, 95. I can never remember which it is. It's around that time, but I have like the red one, you know, the home kit. But I don't... we used to have the cream-colored one that was the same, with the giant oval badge, but I don't know what happened to it. I was thinking actually of buying the goalkeeper one because like it's black and I like, you know, black is my vibe. Or is it the away kit? Not the goalkeeper one. I don't know what. I think it's the away kit. I got mixed up, I think. Just gonna have a look actually if I can confirm that. Oh yeah, it is the third kit. Sorry. What? No, because isn't it the goalkeeper the third kit? Oh yeah, okay. So it is the goalkeeper one, but it's the okay. Yeah. Sorry, I got myself mixed up. But yeah, it's only 42 at the moment. It's not bad. And black is class. Anyway, so you can see it as sold out. So do I need to make an account on the Pokemon? Might do that at some point. You know, it's time I try to buy from the Pokemon Center. When we finally do get this, I need to do some research on accurately tracking resets without much effort. Because if I have to manually press a button every time, that's AIDS. There's got to be a better way. I don't know what the tech is. I bet there's tech for it, but I don't want to be sat here pressing a button every time I do a reset, because I will forget. Oh, whoops. No, I'm not playing Crimson Desert. I genuinely couldn't care less. There's games I do want to play that I feel like I don't have enough time for. And that's not a game that... Like, that's a game if I was full-time streaming BDO, I'd probably be like, fine. It's PA related, so maybe I'll play it. I'm sure it's fine. I'm just... I feel like I don't want to endorse PA. You know? Like, they gave that project a lot more attention. What's the counter so far? I don't know. I was just discussing this. I don't have a counter for it. I'm not like a professional Pokemon streamer that like does shiny hunts. You know, I was like, hey, let's do some shiny hunting, and I'll just, you know, because I already played through the game on Fire Red. That has the majority of the time. This one, I can tell you how much time we have, which is probably still 9 hours or more, which doesn't seem to make sense because it's or more, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, so it's more than 9 hours. I guess I started an hour ago and it said 9 hours, so I guess 10 plus. Anyway, so probably like anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000, anywhere in that region, maybe. But yeah, no idea. But I was just discussing, like, I'm sure there's like, you know, for like full-time Pokemon streamers that shiny hunt, there's probably tech that they use to like do counts. What that tech is, I don't know. I haven't looked it up. If it's easy to use, because there's no way I'm manually counting, because I will forget. I need something to like, maybe something that recognizes a soft reset or whatever. I don't know how it's done. I'm sure there's a way. And if and when I finally get this Charmander and I do like a shiny playthrough where I have to get a shiny team, which I think right now is something I'd like to do, even if it's going to take me years. I need that, you know, like, so yeah. That's crazy you spend that money suffering. To be honest, when I was playing like early BDO, I was a hella broke boy. So I didn't really spend much money. I never really spent much money on it. I mean, I played the game for like 9 years, so I wonder how much that did happen, but yeah. I mean, I spent like the most money I think I spent was when I did I wanted a ghost pet that was tier 4. And I think I spent money on that. But that, even then, it was like 60 quid, which for me was a lot of money to spend on a video game. And not get a full new video game. Yeah. Well, you probably played the Turkish server, right, Safrep? Or the Mina server, sorry. The Mina server. Got it. Yeah. I mean, we just gotta keep blasting, and I'm sure we'll get it shiny at some point. I don't actually know how you do shiny counts. Like, let's say I was doing like shiny Pidgey for the sake of argument. Do I count all encounters to get it, or is it like only times I encounter Pidgey? In which case, do I do 2 counts, one of total encounters, one of Pidgey encounter? I don't know how people do it. The international one. Are you? Well, there was no international one, so do you mean the EU server? International Cow Online server, though. Bum 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 bum. Na, 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 na. 2016, yeah. 13,000 plus for Bulbasaur, bro. You just know that's gonna be me. Probably a good thing that I don't know the actual total count because I haven't tracked it, you know? You have like the total count and it's just... Timid. What a good nature that would be. Timid. I would love Timid. Can you get Charizard in every generation of Pokemon? Probably, right? Yeah, people do that. It's called a shiny living dex. So yes, the answer to that question is yes, people have done that. Some people have done like crazy stuff like that, but like on Emerald. I mean, here's the thing that I'll always say is like I watch some of these shiny hunting videos, and like the games are emulated. I'm not necessarily saying that it's not legit, but like if the game is emulated, it's very easy to just sort of turn up the shiny chances. It's one of the things about the Switch, at least, like, it's a legit Pokemon. But, I mean, like, the shiny hunting Discord is, like, full of people who have been shiny hunting, basically. If I can find it. Or like the first thing I open up to, this guy getting fucking shiny Nebulac Ghastly. Bro, no way it's called Nebulac. That's hardcore. I want a shiny Nebulac. That is a cool shiny. We'd have a hard time getting full G55 in 2004 since G55 wouldn't have been out yet. But yes, I get your point. Yeah, I worked that out, Safrak. I worked that out. Most of the posts of like people have it, they're like, I can finally leave the lab. I love this guy's like, shiny Clefairies, a first encounter on first floor of Mount Moon. What are the odds? 1 in 1,008, 1 in 8,192. What do you mean, what are the odds, bro? Like, I'm starting to see a few Mewtwo's now, and I really wanted Mewtwo. This guy says, Fire Red, Leaf Green, I can finally leave the lab and enjoy the game 65 hours later. $65 hours is... I don't know. What is that, like 15,000 resets, maybe? Bonkers. We see some motivational music. Yeah, it was worth, I'm sure, for that guy. You're gonna start walking to the rival battle to see it. How much longer would that take? So if I did that, I'll check that. That would be scenes. Oh, it's definitely a lot longer. Ah, bro, imagine. That didn't work. What is happening here? Shiny hunting Charmander. Do 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 do. I think that would be a more satisfactory way to see the shiny, but I just don't have the time. If I want to get more resets into like, yeah, let's just do that every time. Imagine you could like see the shiny previewed like you can in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So your odds are much better. 2,000 whatever, 650. I don't know. Oh my god, be yellow, you bitch. It's so good nature though. Da 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 da. Yellow. Every now and then I should just pretend to get it, you know, like see who's watching. Just keep you guys on your toes. The odds to get a shiny in these games is 1 in 8,192. So, yeah, it could take over 8,000 resets to get the average chance to get it. I worked it out that if you were like, oops, not doing things like this, but actually you were locked in, doing things as fast as the game would let you, resetting the second you check it, so you're like totally locked in on it, it would take you'd probably have about 120 resets an hour. So yeah, it's like 9 hours just to get 1,000 resets or whatever. Bit less, but yeah, it's rough. It do be rough, but you could equally get it really early, or you could get it more, like require way more than 8,000, like Charles says with the 13,000 guy on Bulbasaur. Diabolical stuff. Soul Moon, that's so toxic. Next 10 attempts. Okay, so we start from now. I feel like if I got shiny in the next 10 attempts somehow, that's incredible work, and you have to give 5 subs as well. Be honest, so you're probably already subbed to like e-girl streams. Rude. Alright, attempt number 9. Well, 2. I guess we'll do it that way around. Oops. Too trigger happy. Alright, number 3. Shit. You've never subbed to a female streamer on Twitch? It's kind of misogynistic. Just joking. Hey, sub to who you enjoy, man. Can only support the channels you enjoy watching. Best of luck, Brody. I need it. Alright. As part of Soul Moon's challenge, this is attempt number 4. I mean, if I actually got it in this window of 10 attempts that you've given me. Legendary status. Bro, my RGB light on my fan is telling me there's a lot of dust on my fan. I need to clean this PC out. Number 5. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Halfway through your challenge. Previously on your journey. Yeah. It's a group effort, like a spirit bomb, really. 6. Come on, number 7. Okay. Still 3 more to go. Number 8, no luck. Oh, fuck. I did it again. No. Come on, number 9. Last one of your challenge. Exactly. Ah, that would have been amazing. Damn it, dude. Now I can't afford to feed my family because I can't get the Twitch Prime sub. Disaster. I need a new drink, so what I'll do is I'll like click to view. Oh no, I tell you what, we can do the oh no, we can't do the rival battle because I need to press buttons. Okay, I'll just do the preview screen and look away as I go and get my drink so that you guys will know if it's shiny. I still think that would make like one of the greatest clips of all time. Some dude like looks at the Pokemon or gets the Pokemon but doesn't look and then comes back like a minute later and sees. All right, here we go. I'll be right back. Boo. You'll do a 20 euro super chat if I get it within 15 attempts. Oh my god. Let's go.
The chair POV convinced me. Also the fact that when I was looking for some Eggroll stream, I looked into the chat and got cancer smile.
Thanks to the Prime Soul Moon. The pity Prime. Thanks. Alright. So we've just done attempt number 1 for Safrak. Now we're on attempt number 2 for Safrak. We gotta get it within 15 attempts to get a 20 euro super chat, which I don't even know how that works, but I guess we'll find out. Meanwhile, here's some Fanta Can ASMR. One for the boys. Hell yeah, brother. Moving on to attempt number 3. Come on, number 3. Pick number 3, my lord. Fuck. Number 3, my lord. Alright, number 4, number 4. I always felt good about number 4. Time's the F1 sprint race on. Why is this so aggressive? Uh, 3 a.m. I don't fucking think so. Alright, 4 was not good, but it was actually 5 that I had good feelings about. So. Never mind. 5 was a dud. I believe. Six was not good. Come on, number 7. Go for Jigglypuff. I could go for Jigglypuff if I ever escaped the lab. Come on, 7. 7 was bad. I have a shiny Jigglypuff in Let's Go. Well, I was doing a shiny playthrough of that. Was this 8? This is 8, right? No good. It was sassy. More like assy. Got him. Come on, number 9. Come on, number 9. G50. Oh, we're on to 11. Lucky number 11. It's what everybody always says. Lucky number 11. Come on, 11. Eleven's that character from that Stranger Danger show too, so. Damn it. 11 was a dud. We move on to 12. Come on, 12. Oh my god. 13, surely. I wish I did know the total count, though. It's kind of a shame there's no inbuilt method to, like, get your total count. Oh well. Next hunt I'll do it. Somehow. Alright. 13. 13's always been a lucky number. Everybody's always said so. But it's not. Number 14. 14 has gotta be the one. Oh no. Last one of Safric's challenge. Believe in the heart of the cards. We'll do it this way. Oh well. Let it ride. All donations on today's stream will shamelessly go towards Pokemon card packs for my big New Year's opening. Do I want to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the sprint race? Maybe. Perchance, perchance, perchance. What time is the race on Sunday? 7 a.m. That's alright. The F1. Or Mario Kart. Expensive Mario Kart. What does this gold button do anyway? Oh, super. Okay. I guess it does what you think it would do. Right, I really want to play Emerald and Shiny Hunt Mew. Question is, how long did Nintendo wait? Hey, thank you for the €2 anyway, Safrak. I appreciate you, King. Thank you. I don't really ever get super chats, so it's exciting. Not much of a YouTube guy, but I might as well stream both platforms. I have gotten a super chat before, I think such a long time ago, because I just almost don't do anything YouTube wise, but I'm trying to do both so that there's like coverage for people that want to watch YouTube rather than Twitch, which is understandable. No way. No way, dude. It would be cool to get it on stream. I do a lot of hunting off stream, but the dream is to do it on stream because then it's clipped and shipped. But if it happens off stream, it happens off stream. It's kind of nice to like chill in bed and shiny hunt. But it would be better on stream. But you know, your boy's got a bedtime. Old man now. Could never be me, bro. Could never be me. I just think like I can go back and watch like really old videos of me gaming, like especially the tanks days. I was a little fucking squeaker basically. Wow, I mean I was like at least 18 or 19, but still. Then there's like the mid-tanks era, my early 20s. The blue ball. The legendary. I've still got the video. And you probably haven't seen this because you don't really have much to do with the streaming. But I've still got the video of see if I can. Oh. July 7th, 2015. They don't sell this anymore, by the way. Can I see how much it is? 99p. You can't buy an energy drink anymore without, like, at least spending £1.50. You still look the same. Bless you, child. It was 11 years ago. I definitely aged, and I got fatter. But you know, it's crazy to think that was that long ago. It's crazy. I used to be fair, when we saw a Poundland here, I was able to buy £1 a can. But now it's like the cheapest I can get is like from Superdrug. If I buy 2 at once, it's £1.50. But anywhere else it's more expensive. Even the corner shop is like £1.65. It's like daylight robbery, man. Supermarkets aren't too much better. $11 years ago, I was probably playing New World Cal, maybe. I don't know what server would have been on at the time. Might be time for the wind down. Modest. I know my shiny, when it eventually happens, will be a shit nature. Be like down in speed or something. Down in special attack. Not now, I'm not done with my online banking. Fucking so hot. That's why I do it. Later, Saf. Forgot about that. Every time I press that button, I'm like, oh yeah. I will do this last one, and then I'll wind it down. Do we believe? Last pack magic. Devastating. Well, we've got a lot of attempts on the board. I'll do a few before I go to bed tonight. I'll post a screenshot in the stream Discord if I somehow get one, which won't happen because, you know. But we'll try again. You know. I'll probably stream again this weekend, I think. But I'm not sure what day. Saturday or Sunday. One of the two. In the evening. It's very good, Solomon. I'm very proud of you. So yeah. See you whenever that is. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching. Me reset the game 1,000 times. And I will reset 1,000 times. Anyway, yeah. Shit, I thought maybe